해주십시오.
Okay, so basically,
박수를 먼저 해야 되죠?
와.
자, 네.
so basically today's topic is gonna be the different fat storage between men and women, and the troublesome lower body fat that women have, and tips on ways to lose it. Okay. So as we all know, women and men carry fat in different ways. Men will carry fat more on their upper body, whereas women will carry it more on their lower body. Men are more likely to carry what we call visceral fat. Visceral fat is basically the abdominal fats that they carry. For example, beer bellies. Beer bellies with stick legs, as you see in some guys. And in women, you'll see a lot of their hips, butts, and thighs enlarged with a thin upper body. The main reason for women to have a basically bigger fat storage in their lower body is because their reproductive system. Back in evolution, they have developed in a way where reproducing is their main concern in women. So their fat storage will be, well, close to their uterus or in their cervix area. Whereas men will just carry it on their upper. The lower body, well, fat storage is a term called gluteofemoral fat, okay, which is a strong sign of metabolic health, whereas abdominal fat is not. The difference between men and women in the way they burn their fat is different. Women will lose their upper body first and their lower body last, whereas the men is the opposite, or they'll be losing it at a constant rate between the upper and lower body. The thing is, the women tend to store omega-3 fatty acids on their lower body, and they tend to make more triglycerides than men do. This indicates that fat is being taken up by adipose tissues at a higher rate than women and men. This is why when you're doing exercise, you should put women through a more of endurance training. They exhibit lower respiratory exchange ratios than men, which indicates more fat is burning and less carb is burning. Yes. Okay. So the legs, or mainly the thighs, have a large number of estrogen receptors, which bind with high affinity to estrogen. When too many poor and lifestyle choices occur over a period of time, they increase the fat storing in the form of estradiol. The hormonal imbalance can create a large amount of fat storage around the thighs, hips, and bum. So basically, there's some tips to actually help women to decrease the fat storage in their body. Number one, reducing the refined carbohydrate or sugar source. The reason why is because as sugars increase, the aromatase enzyme, which is the enzyme that converts testosterone into estradiol, increases, therefore lowering the body fat when you decrease the number of sugars you eat, or the refined sugars. So basically, you should just eliminate it. Second is you want to have good digestive support. If you're constantly eating
네.
So for the digestive support, you want to have good digestive support. So basically, fiber, high fiber, is going to clean your intestinal tract, take out all the gunk, and your digestion will be a lot greater. Next thing is having cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables basically are like broccoli, spinach, cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts, and cauliflower. These contain a lot of compounds called indoles, which is basically stuff that prevents breast cancer. So this improves the liver's estrogen detoxification abilities, therefore helping with the reduction of your thighs. And other things that you could do to avoid the fat storage is avoid spin classes, bikes. This increases intracellular fat stores in the thighs. That's why it may be a sign of cardio, but cycling is not your best way to lose your lower body fat. Avoid tap water. Basically, in some, well, depends on where you live, some water supplies contain large amounts of estrogen. Next thing, birth control pills. You can take birth control pills to control your estrogen levels. And last thing, organic food. No preservatives, and it's all natural. Okay, that's my presentation.
Okay.